Elected officials are working with state legislators to iron out details of the consolidated government's budget heading into next fiscal year. Macon-Bibb is facing required cuts over the next 5 years. State legislators aren't opposed to the idea of revisiting the government's charter and tell me it all has to deal with time. In Tuesday's annual meeting between Macon-Bibb officials and the legislative delegation, pointing out a wish list of future goals, several requests were on the table, including lowering the consolidated government's budget reduction rates.
I can't say that I was in favor of the 20% reduction anyway, because I knew that this whole consolidation process would have so many growing pains as is.
Initially, the government's charter mandated 20% of both the city of Macon and Bibb County's budget be cut in the next 5 years. County commissioners are asking for that rate to be brought down to 10%, possibly even removing the cuts completely.
80% of the cost is people and services, and you can't reduce by that much without reducing people and services.
Officials fear the rate of reductions could mean a significant loss of jobs. Original plans called for the steady budget cuts to save the county money.
The intent was that we start from the last full fiscal year of the two combined governments and start that as the base year, 20% reduction from that.
The cuts began July 1st. County leaders are asking to include the higher 2014 budget instead of beginning using the 2015 budget so that the government will have more money to spend, or a possible combination of the reduced rates and including last year's budget.
We want to look behind the numbers as well to see what's being proposed, what the effect of all that would be, and as I said, also look to what was promised to the people initially.
If the 20% stands, officials are concerned about putting together future budgets and what that will mean for different departments in the county, including public safety.
At the end of the day, it's important that we provide the resources for public safety and the running of an efficient government. And so if we need to make some changes to that those budget requirements, I think you'll see the delegation is open to that.
Several legislators support the idea of lowering the budget reduction mandate, but say it's important to look at the big picture.
If the government has to put all the money towards public safety, then the cuts are going to have to come from somewhere else. And so it could affect other services.
Normally, county commissioners are responsible for overseeing everything involved with the budget. But with the new consolidated government, state lawmakers are helping out. Legislators will decide whether to put the item on the agenda before they head back to the Gold Dome in January.